an interesting night's dreams. I never heard that Payback is a Dove. Did Linda Creed like that too? Linda Creed likes some pretty special songs, man. Women can do some amazing things. They're pretty special, strong, amazing. Lady Macbeth. You familiar with Lady Macbeth? Guys, you familiar with Hamlet's mother? Or how about Hamlet's mother? And how about the queen who ends up hooking up with Caesar on Titus Andronicus or Andronicus. I can't say that. Never could say that. That's a good movie, isn't it? Yeah, it's interesting. You know which other one is interesting too? Is I was thinking there was another one too. Oh, yeah. Did you know that people put out some stuff? They said that that King Tut's auntie looks a lot like Michelle Obama. She does, but if you got somebody else that's a big public figure, kind of skinny, and looked at a bust and thing of her, and seen that they're close maternal line related, which is really interesting. There's another really famous woman of color that looks a lot like King Tut's auntie too. King Tut's auntie had King Tut murdered. It's kind of like a lot like Lady Macbeth and Hamlet's mom and Titus Andronicus, because the Titus is the one, she gets him, because what happened, you ever seen that? You guys ever read the book? I'm going to give away the ending of what happened, basically. She has a wonderful son that she wants to have rule everything. She talks him into ruling everything. She talks men into ruling everything because she's the ruler behind the man. And the wonderful son, they fail. And the tribal tradition is that they fail. They kill themselves. And Titus doesn't want to do it because he really likes her son. And his son's honored to do it, and he's honored to help him do it. It's kind of a lot like Quasimodo and stuff, But Titus, it's not his way. Like, it's not my way. And but it's their tradition, and he honors their tradition. And she gets mad and takes revenge on Titus after he goes to retire, after being successful in holding off all these invasions and stuff. And she ends up becoming a concubine of Caesar, and then she uses that position to take this horrid revenge on Titus. Has her two sons that survive, which are butt pimples, real butt pimples, and they go and they rape Titus's daughter, and they cut out her tongue and her hands, cut off her hands, and it's deep. I mean, the way that Shakespeare's amazing. Isn't Shakespeare amazing? Shakespeare's all things all wrapped up into one, especially what he's really good at. You too, Brute. And Caesar, beware of the Ides of March, and he's real good at. I was always the one that was into tragedies. There was a woman that I allegedly met she was really into the romantic comedies. She's like the romantic comedy queen. She loves life, and she loves life to be like a romantic comedy. She's watched the tragedies, she's read the tragedies, but she's had too much tragedy in her life, and she can't stand tragedy. I'm with her, man. I'm so fucking sick of tragedy. Last night, when I was talking with Little Rock and his friends, I went back into the chair and was finishing some games. Finished up my Wyoming season. Finished 7-6, thank you very much. Won my bowl game against Tulsa. Lost to Colorado State in the final game of the year. Really pissed me off. Lost the New Mexico game, which pissed me off the most. I'm the offensive coordinator, and I set the team up on the 15-yard line with 6 seconds left. Call timeout. Then the CPU takes over, right? Set it up in the center of the field at the 15-yard line. I have a great field goal kicker. I don't know what the damn CPU did. I let the CPU take over. We go into overtime, and I lose. And I'm like, what? 6 seconds left at the 15-yard line. I got one of the best field goal kickers in the country. It was 28-28. I should have beat the number 22 team in the country and be 7-4 right now, then have momentum going into the CSU game, and then probably beat Colorado State too. Colorado State beat the dog out of me. My quarterback only competed like 5 passes all year. We're an option team. And the receiver, I dropped everything. It was annoying as hell. It was one of the most frustrating seasons I've ever been through. It was fun though. We finished 7-6. And my tailback set the Wyoming school records for most yards in a career and in a season and most touchdowns in a season and in a career. So he finished out his senior year really well. So that was exciting. Thanks for asking. I love Little Rock and its friends, man. They're cool. They're gamers. And girls that game are sexy. That's my game. The rest of them, they play their games. I think, you know, I don't know, you guys like all the ones like Patrick. They like Black Ops and Assassin's Creed and mostly I'm into a lot of the sci-fi and different kind of, and they're deep games. Oh wow, those are cool. I've never played any of those. Okay, I'm not that big of a gamer. EA Sports. It's in the game. Yeah, I'm kind of just do it to numb my mind a little. I'm like Speech Man. I need some time to ease my mind. I need some time. That's what I play EA Sports for. I'm glad they put the women in the crowd. I wanted that so bad to have the females in the crowd because that's one of the things that makes high school football so special is the girls that go to the games. I wish they put some women in the band. That's the only thing that irritates me, is the band is a whole bunch of guys. Yeah. And I wish they put girls in the band because I know there are ladies in the band, girls in the band too. So that's the only gripe I have. That and I wish the hair option was changeable because it'd be nice to have guys with long hair too. Because Matt Christian has long hair and my daughter has a huge crush on him and just really adore. You know, he's cute. Matt Christian is cute. And he does have long hair, and he's a warrior, and he plays hurt, and he's hot, and yeah, I agree. No, you guys shut up, man. That's funny. But yeah, no, Matt Christian is hot, and he's got long flowing hair, and he's tough, and he plays through. Yeah, Matt Christian, hot. Yeah, definitely hot. Oh yeah. Okay. I've got a quarter. Can he get my back? Matt Christian. Yeah. Oh yeah, if I was gay, Matt Christian would be the tops on my thing. I see why Natalie has a huge crush on him. Skylar, Matt Christian. Yeah, he's a Christian. No, Matt Christian. That's the thing. Yeah, that's funny. You guys are funny, man. Leave you gay. Oh wow, gay. That's Little Rock. You are a dog. Oh, Payback is a dog. Yeah, I never heard that. We started out, damn, you guys are slick. Okay, keep on subject. Okay, well, we're just showing how nerds work and how people work and how we all kind of band together and everybody's got networks. Oh, yeah, everybody's definitely got networks. Yeah, I know. Huge networks. Did I tell you about that one time? I was sitting there and I was all excited, man. I thought one of these famous people was going to come interview me and all this stuff. I got all excited, and I went to their page and their site and started talking, introducing myself as the Messiah. And all I got was that I spelled their name wrong. And these people kept writing me back and telling me how to spell this person's name. And I'm like, I know. It's on the keyboard. Have you ever hit the buttons where you accidentally hit the one before the other? Everybody does it all the time. You hit the button or you didn't hit it hard enough, and or you just, and it's like, and especially when they're close by each other, close proximity by the keyboard and stuff like that. It happens. It's called a typo. Patrick comes all the time. People typo a lot on it. Yeah, they do. People definitely do typo. But all I got was blasted by it. And then I thought, man, this person's going to come help me. They only tried to sell me shit. And then kept trying to sell me more shit. And then I found out what shit it was. I got lucky. They have a TV station, too, and it got sent to me on my the DirecTV after Dad shut it off. People started just he reactivated the DirecTV and sending me these people's broadcasts and everything, and I wasn't going to be able to go see all their things that they were trying to teach me everything with, and all of a sudden it was available to me. Yeah, it was special. And the same thing with the BYU game against New Mexico State. I would have never seen that, but next thing you know, that channel was on, boom, and there it was. That's why my family and Patrick thinks they're so fucking stupid. Because he's like, how does that happen? Grandpa turns off the satellite, and then all of a sudden, the people that he needs to deal with, and they're trying to influence or against him or for him or whatever, he gets the satellite feeds, and that station's on his TV, and that's about it. That's about all he can watch. That and some cartoon for the kids and that. Oh, yeah. So he gets to go to this class thing. He talks about it on his Facebook and his YouTube that he can't do this class thing. And then all of a sudden, the next day or 2 days later, it's on his satellite TV that was shut off. And Grandpa didn't turn it back on. It just started coming in with certain channels. He thinks his aunt and uncles are the biggest fucking morons on the planet. And I am kind of agreeing with him. Thanks, Little Rock. And then after that, like I said, I can't watch any of the games. We don't have that. Then all of a sudden, boom, as soon as the BYU game comes on, we have this feed with these college football games on it, so I can TiVo and watch the NMSU BYU game. And they knew I was going to listen to it on the radio because I love listening to Jason Scott and Jack Nixon. So I'm listening to it on the radio, but watching the other game. It's on TV. I get to watch it. So I'm like, this is a game I was excited for. We have a chance against this team, and we have match up athletically. Same thing Jason Scott said. I don't think their quarterbacks can keep up with Tavion and Austin, and I think our defensive backs are faster than their wide receivers. Sure didn't look that way on TV. No, their wide receivers looked faster than Ben. And yeah, they made Ben look like an elementary school player, Ben Bradley. They made him look horrible. They did, man. He looked terrible, which is weird because he looked like, somebody that could go all conference against Georgia, which has faster and better athletes than BYU. How does that happen? And then Tavion Rogers, one of the fastest young men in the nation, they get by sometimes with single coverage with defensive backs that run 40 times, probably about 3/10 of a, it's like somebody equivalent of, say, somebody covering somebody that a 4 or 5, covering some runs a 4 or 5 or 4 or 6, covering somebody that runs a 4-2 to 4-1, and he's running straight for stride room, or he's bumping them just right, and everything's just working, and he just can't seem to get loose. These defensive backs just have his number. They're just kicking his ass. That's what it looked like. It was wild, man. I was watching the game, and I'm like, Austin made a few good plays, but that's because they were concentrating on making Tavion look bad. Danye made some good plays, but Tanye always makes good plays, but he had a good night, but that's because they were concentrating on making Benjamin Bradley look bad. And it just so happens that the week before, someone made a call-in on the Aggie radio show complimenting Ben Bradley and Tavion Rogers. Someone wanted to make them look bad. Wow. I wonder. See, my son thinks you guys are huge morons, and I totally and utterly and completely agree. I can't. I was with you guys last night, and I'm like, you guys were going, and you guys were just going through my head, and I'm just like, this is cool, because you guys told me, yeah, this is so cool. You can do this without the equipment, and we can't. We need to hook up to some kind of a computer device in order to telekinesis with you, and you can just do it. And you dig us, and we dig you. I dig you and your friends. I think you're cool. I think you're going to be spectacular people in the world and make some amazing changes and helps them make some amazing changes and help fulfill future leadership roles that will help make this world a better place. I really do. I'm not doing that to blow smoke up your ass. I mean it. I'm sincere and yeah, cool. And I have faith in you that you're more than well intended. I think your intentions are amazingly strong. And so, yeah, last night's dream. Get to the dreams. Okay. Last night's dreams. I told you about the whole Hitler crowd and the people they're working with. The whole Hitler crowd basically revolves around the temple set. And there's a man named Michael Aquino who's direct maternal line descendant of Adolf Hitler. He's a similitude of Adolf Hitler. You guys have seen him. He looks like he's on an Oprah show once, and he looks like Spock's dad, only chubbier, with a wife that kind of looks like got a kind of a Lilith Munster vibe. It's wild, man. It's really weird. And he talks, and he's sitting there, yeah, I'm a Satanist, and I'm in the U.S. Army, and I run the Temple of Satan. I talk about it. Antoine LaVey and him are good friends, and yeah, because Antoine LaVey, the God, Satan will always be here. He'll become in the form of a woman and a child, a gorgeous woman, the whole 9 yards. And they go on and on and on. And I told you guys about it too. When I was in Santa Fe, I started picking up on these close sexual connections. With Oprah Winfrey, which was really weird. We're in this, it's a shower. It's a marble-like shower. It's a really nice shower. She's got a really nice body. She was doing Pilates a lot like this when she had her great body. And I'm like, wow, she's hot. She was having some mind-blowing sex with some people in Hollywood. Oh, I picked up on it. I'm one of the world's strongest telekinetics. Yeah. So, yeah. Yeah, she was, well, they had this thing going on that there's this sexual DNA interfacing and the power, like they say that the Spartans did, that they would have sex with each other to give each other's manhood and stuff like that. And the Mandan, that they would, if you go read the books about it, yeah, it's very, this is historically accurate. And it's also the Wild Sargasso Sea, Serpent and Rainbow, Sex Magic, Mojo. How many of you guys are sexually, sex magic illiterate? Do you think people in the Simple set would be? I'm sorry, but yeah, and then so they like, well, what do Orlando Flores from the sheriff's, Doñana County Sheriff's Deputy Department and another big O have in common? They both masturbated to the same picture. I did too. I couldn't help myself, and then I deleted it, tore it up, broke it, threw any of the evidence away because I was like, oh my God, she's very attractive for a 13-year-old girl. Black bra, pink panties with white polka dots. And they all have that same sin in common. Yes, Ralph Earl Parsons Jr., Orlando Flores, and Oprah Gail Winfrey. Yeah, only I think somebody has the means to cover up and actually commit the sin in the flesh. Yeah, with other similar type females. Yeah, well actually two do. Sorry, Orlando. Hey, man, it's your fault. You shouldn't show up and dog the Messiah like that, man. That's pretty fucked up. Your dog's got your back. I got your back, too. We're going to make sure you're okay. Now, they were younger than, but 16 is legal age in New Mexico. I know that, so I'm not worried about you. You're all right. That's why we said we got your back. 16 is of legal age in New Mexico, and being a deputy sheriff, you would have that understanding and knowledge, and you're awfully hot. And there's really cute girls at Mayfield Cruises on yacht day, and probably at Centennial too. Stay away from them. Let them get 18. Let them graduate. Let them get 20. Okay? You hot little deputy, you fucking asshole. But Natalie Michelle Fabre, Parsons, you're right, is not 16. Okay? I know you didn't get near her. I know we're not accusing you of anything. But if you masturbate to surveillance stuff of it and stuff like that, that is against the law. Also, Nick James pointed that out to me. Okay, so tell your friends not to harass him. He's a good guy. He did get on my nerves yesterday. You're not Christ. Yes, I am. What? You can't read the book? Oh, it's mad. I don't sit here and tolerate and suffer this bullshit from lying little fuckers running around telling everybody that they're not Christ and that they have to pay extortion and that's their main worry in the world. No, main worry in the world is restoring Christ and that we're all of equal value, loved equally by the Creator, and all different in ability and this and that, but we're all equally loved. It's not a consciousness, it's a math proof. Yeah. Christ, loved most by the Creator. That's all of us. I figured it out when I was a kid. I used to tell it to my family all the time. Yeah. If you have 5 kids, which one do you love best? None. I try to love all my kids equally. And so you're a better father than God. Oh, don't you think that's what Jesus is saying? No, I think Jesus is saying he's loved the best. Have you read the book of Luke? The lowest of low is the highest of the high. Shut up. You couldn't do a biblical math to save your wretched soul. Yeah, and we all miss the mark. And to commit the sin in the mind is the same to commit it in the flesh. So if I consider it as a sin in my mind, then I feel just as guilty as if I considered it in the flesh, committed it in the flesh. And then therefore, I feel guilty, okay? But Orlando, the woman got naked on the bed and put the girl in between us and tried to arrange a sexual relationship with me. You think it's hard not to masturbate to a picture on the internet from her? Think of how hard it is when she tries to put her in the bed between you and set up a sexual circumstance between you, Mr. Flores, okay? How are you feeling, Big O's? You're a gift from God, dude. Yes, you are. It's like that whole Max and Maxie. Thought we talked about this. Max on the Disney Christmas. Make me look good, you make me shine. You and O are gifts from God, man. Yes, you are. That bitch has been trying to bring me down for 3 years. He's a pervert. I'm a pervert. The one who commits the sin in his mind and asks not to commit it in the flesh is the pervert. But the one who commits the sin in the flesh and is part of the group that helps commit the sin in the flesh, that had the whole mind control mechanisms with the televangelist preachers, to have Amy trained to do what she did and have Natalie masturbating in a room at 5 years old, which I didn't think was normal, naked masturbating in a room. Why was she in the guest room? Wouldn't you go? If Amy and her had talked about it, wouldn't she be in her own bedroom instead of on the bed right across, naked across from her father, who's sitting on the bed watching TV and playing a video game? And all of a sudden and then I wasn't paying attention. She started slapping herself. Yeah, I think you're sick, Oprah. I think you got issues, Oprah. Oops, you did it again. I'm sorry, man. It's your fault. You brought this on, and they told me last night, go check it out. Then come back and report on what you see. That's what I saw, and that's the way it was. And I don't like it. But it's normal. It's a sin that I've committed. But you've done worse. Pointing out the splinter in my eye and not seeing the plank in your own. Tell my eye I said hi. Tell her Pac says she's still a bigoted, hateful bitch. And payback is a dog. Alright? But I ain't mad at you. I still love you. I'll stand up for you. Blessings and peace.